Okay, back to what I was saying. Changing the beliefs that were causing me days of discomfort. Because what it really came down to is me going deep within my subconscious and figuring out what beliefs I had about the world, about other people, about myself. First and foremost, I found was like a huge one. Because that was just mirroring out to others. But the beliefs that I had, that I was taught as a child, and different ways in which I was raised, caused me a lot of pain in my life, and it caused me to create a lot of pain in others without being aware of it, unintentionally. So I have pretty much metamorphosized into a new human lately. And one of the big challenges was learning to truly, genuinely be authentic to myself. And that was one of my issues, was I wasn't being authentic because I was so worried about what other people thought. I was so worried about fitting in and being the type of person that I thought that I wanted to be, but that was blocking me from being that person because it was coming from a place of fear and not authenticity. So anyway, through all these transitions and changes, I've learned how to just truly, genuinely be authentic to myself. So that means that if there's a day where I'm not laughing and giggling, then I accept that, and I'm happy that I'm being real with myself, and I'm allowing myself to feel whatever it is that I truly feel. So that way I'm processing these emotions properly, because that's another thing that I learned and found out, was that all these emotions, I was rejecting my own emotions if they were negative, because it was, I don't know if anyone's heard of toxic positivity. Have you guys ever heard of that? If you're interested, you could look it up on Google. There's a lot of information about it. It's called toxic positivity, and it's when we reject anything negative, and we just only accept all positive things. So that's not real, and you know, that causes people to be fake and things like that. So like I was living a life of toxic positivity for the most part. I was in denial about so many things within myself. I mean, it's wow. So anyway, so now for me, like it's important for me to be myself. That's number one for me right now, is that I'm really being truly myself. So, you know, I've gone through, it's layers of an onion. I've gone through different stages. So, you know, I have a friend of mine saying maybe I should seem happier, or maybe I should ask the people how they're doing more than I am, or maybe I should do this, or I should do that, or I should appear this way or that way. But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not living that way anymore. I'm number one to me is, am I truly being authentic to how I truly feel and am in the moment? And that, in a way, is becoming a service to myself and others, because it's allowing all of us to be real. You know, that old school way that we put on this mask and we act how we think we basically act how we want others to see us. It didn't serve us as a human tribe on this planet, because it caused people to suppress a lot of their emotions, put on masks that were not truly real. The information that was shared amongst individuals was not truly authentic, because we all were walking around with masks. We weren't telling people what we really felt, if it was negative, or you know, if it didn't look appealing. So then we were just living this facade of a life, and that's how I feel like I was raised, and that's how a lot of society became, and now we're starting to turn it all around, and I think it's important.